Rightio, so skids built, and now I'm just going to start to do the steel portals. I'm waiting on purlins, so I'm not going to sit idle. I will keep going up. So it's nice to see the skid on the ground. I mean, it's on packers, but it gives you a bit more of a visualization of the size of it. So yeah, it's looking good. So today will be a mixture of different framing. I'll cut the posts and put them up and just tack them in place. And then I've got to fabricate the two top plates that hold the roof purlins. Bit of mucking around with that, but it'd be nice to have that up by this afternoon, but I'm not going to push too hard. So, adios. Now I'll tack it on the back. Pull the packer back out. Check it again. Yeah, she's upwards. Now, you just pick a side. So it wants to go that way, or a few mil. So that's the posts up. Bear in mind that they're all just tacked, nothing's welded at this point. What I'm going to do is set out the two top plates. There's a fair bit of work in doing that, but if I put them on before I weld off the bottoms, then I've got a little bit more room to adjust widths and lengths and plumb and square and all of that by having that little bit of extra. If I need to, I can cut a tack down the bottom as opposed to, you know, the whole thing's fully locked in. And so that's what I'll do is I'll fabricate the two tops. Also, as you can probably see in the background, we had like a real heavy fog, heavy dew last night, and so everything was just drenched, like material was. So if it did rain, they can still drain out, but if I weld them and I don't cover the tops, then they'll fill up full of water. So it just gives me, it's annoying because I like to just finish welding everything when I'm going, but it means that, yeah, I can get that little bit of flexibility. I've got to be gentle though, because you can still break them off if you're not careful when you're putting the two top plates on. So probably the rest of today will be just cutting those two top plates, punching and welding and doing all that. They've got to be fully built before they go up, so I've got to cut holes in them, all sorts of shit. So yeah, probably won't get back onto the skid again today, but I'll give you updates of the top plates getting built. Cut the two top plates to length, and I've drilled a few holes for cable penetrations. You probably see. So what I've done is I've put it where I want it. I've braced it up. Now I've got to pick which side I tack it so that I can still pivot it. Now at the moment it wants to come out to me by a bit, and I'm hard up on the inside. So what I'll do is I'll tack the outside here. You got to be mindful that it is literally just sitting there balancing with a couple of props. The props don't do a lot, so you don't want to fuck around too much. Alright, so just one little tack. You hear noises, so it's really careful. Now, I know it still wants to come out a little bit, but now I've got a bit more control over it, so I'll just tuck that up. Check it again. Yeah, bang on the money. Now I'll tack it on the back. Pull the packer back out. Check it again. Yeah, she's upwards. Now, you just pick a side, so it wants to go that way, or a few mil. So what I'll do, so I can, now I can't move it that, just like that, they're both up. So the other one, the blow side's tacked on, this side's just clamped on at the moment. Righto, well that's the frame done. Still need purlins, I've got no purlins. So I've been pushing them and they've brought that forward by 3 weeks, so that'll be fucking awesome if that happens. Which means I'll probably get it next Friday. But this will just basically be sitting here. I've got a bit of bracing to put in, like some web bracing on those posts, and a couple down that end and a couple up that end. But yeah, that can wait. I'm not sure when I'll do that yet. Maybe this week. Anyway, bit of an update. It's all come together. It's nice and square and level. So that's her. Editing. This is my office. I'm in here with a couple of my buddies.